it's hard for me to do anything.
Nah, trust me.
It's so guard dominated like this.
Yeah, don't worry. There's NBA people that too. Trust me.
And you're gonna get yours, you know. But first off, how's this experience been treating you now, being here with Under Armour?
I mean, it's really good. You know, they're doing a lot for us with like physical therapy, ice, and all that stuff, and like protein bars and the food. It's all very good, you know. And it's really high level here. The best players in the country, you know, and the competition here is great. So it's a great event, very prestigious, and it's an honor to be here.
Now, when you go out here, I know you said it's guard dominant, but what do you think is your biggest strength, your best skill that you think you show people?
It's my versatility. You know, I do a lot of pick and pops. I do pick and rolls. I can shoot, dribble, pass. I can also play defense, switch on guards. Yeah.
A lot of times people are going to ask, like these NBA guys, they got their own scouting reports on you. How would you describe your game overall? Like you kind of said, like your strengths, and what do you think that you're working on?
I mean, so I'm more like a Porzingis type of player. That's what people like compare me to. So my biggest thing that I have to work on is still my defense. You know, getting blocks outside of my area, getting rebounds outside of my area. Yeah, that kind of defensive stuff.
Now I know you're, relatively speaking, you're a pretty high recruit, like on the rankings and stuff.
Yeah.
As a player, like, do you look at those rankings at all, like day to day, or do they motivate you? Like, what do you make of them?
I don't really look at the rankings like that. Every single site has their own people who do it. It's somewhat, there's a lot of politics behind it that I can't influence. Like, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. It's not really always the best players who get ranked the highest. It's more of politics and connections and that kind of stuff. So I don't really look at it. For me, it's not that important. I just want to play my game.
How's your college decision going right now? Just like in terms of that and looking ahead.
I mean, it's going pretty good. I'm about to go on my official visit soon. I'm gonna announce next week, and then schools that won't be on the official visit list. They're not out of my recruitment yet. Just saying, but I'm gonna just try to decide mid-October, end of October, and then sign in November.
Without saying whatever school you're going to go to, like what factors into your decision?
The ability to play right away as a freshman, having a play style for big guys, you know, who are involved in the offense, and where I can develop and become an NBA player. College programs who are used to sending bigs to the league and that kind of stuff.
You kind of mentioned Kristaps Porzingis. That's my guy.
Yeah.
When he was a rookie with the Knicks. For you, is there anybody else that you think is maybe like an NBA comparison? Whether it's a player that's maybe playing now, or it could be somebody that's retired even.
I can really think of anyone who's like Kristaps Porzingis with the height and the skill that he has, but like some people say Dirk Nowitzki for me too.
Eric, were you born here in the U.S.?
No, I was born in Germany and then I lived there until I was 8. Then I moved to Switzerland where I started playing basketball. When I was 14, I moved back to Germany by myself, and then when I was 16, I moved over here to Maryland, and my family is still in Switzerland.
Oh, damn. I went to high school in Maryland. I'm from more Baltimore area. I know you're in the Potomac area at Bolus, but now looking at this, what skill do you think people don't talk about? What's your most underrated skill?
Most underrated skill is probably my passing. My passing ability at the top of the key or from the low post, where I can do pass to the corner or backdoor cuts, all that kind of stuff.
Now, does it matter at all? Again, like you don't have to reveal, but Maryland, did it matter where you were going to go to school? Did you want to be in a certain area or no?
It doesn't matter where in the country I go to school to. It wouldn't have it doesn't make anything for me.
Do you watch any, you talk about like, players, but who's some people you watch film from? Who do you like, if you're looking at tape, who's somebody that you're like, oh, I like how he plays, let me take something from his game?
Well, obviously Porzingis. I look at Jokic, how he's involved in the offense. I watched some old film of Dirk Nowitzki. I watched a bit of Bam and his low post work and that kind of stuff. I watched also a bunch of KD and Anthony Davis stuff.
Now, I know, like you said, you're from Germany, so if you had to say who's the greatest of all time in your mind, who would you choose?
For Germany?
Germany or just in general?
I mean, for German history, it's for me, it's a Dirk Nowitzki, and all time I have to say Jordan.
Cut that off.